excited. But yeah, anyway, focus, people. Let's jump into the headlines, shall we? All right, so first up, UDC advances plans for more than 20,000 unit housing project. Chairman of the UDC, Norman Brown, announced that the Urban Development Corporation, the UDC, is advancing plans for a major housing program that will see the construction of more than 20,000 housing units across Jamaica. Brown stated that the initiative will complement the work of other government housing agencies by expanding access to housing across the island. He indicated that approximately half of the planned housing units will be developed in southwest Jamaica, where the UDC intends to support reconstruction efforts following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa. The chairman noted that the housing developments will be constructed on UDC-owned lands and further explained that implementation of the program is expected to accelerate following the finalization of the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA. The chairman noted that the housing program forms part of the government's broader strategy to rebuild communities in a more resilient manner.
I absolutely love that. I love that we are giving our Jamaicans out west the support and the help that they need, because a lot of them, and we've been talking about this for weeks, a lot of them haven't fully recovered after Melissa. So any little help them can get right now, I know it's greatly appreciated. So big up to UDC.
Absolutely. And I mean, even Hurricane Melissa aside, just home ownership and access to housing is something that's so important to people and sometimes feels very out of reach based on price points and accessibility. And so it's good to see 20,000 homes that hopefully will be affordable, and Jamaicans can afford it, and not just the Jamaicans living abroad who want to invest in a property, but actual Jamaicans. We love to see it, and we hope that this expands throughout every parish. Yeah. Right?
So we're gonna be keeping in touch or keeping up to date with what's happening over there by UDC to see how this program materializes.
And if Amoy is on it, it's on.
We're on it.
It's on.
CVM News?
It's on if Amoy is on it. All right. So next up, legalize it. Cannabis permit road tour coming soon. State Minister in the Industry, Investment and Commerce Ministry, Honorable Delana Seavright, announced that Jamaica is expanding access to its rapidly growing cannabis sector with a nationwide cannabis permit road tour. The tour, designed to shepherd Jamaica's cannabis economy towards greater legitimacy and broader participation, aims to roll out 2 new permit categories that will strengthen the regulatory framework while widening opportunities for cultivators, communities, and investors. The Cannabis Licensing Authority, the CLA, will accompany the roadshow, offering regulatory guidance, technical support, and hands-on application assistance to participants and the public. The newly introduced permit categories are Cultivators Transitional Special Permit, which is designed to bridge gaps for experienced growers who lack full financial or technical resources, and the Special Community Permit, designed to empower communities to pool resources and collectively develop cannabis initiatives.
So our ganja industry is a big industry.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, over the years, what we see happening is that the regular man in the industry don't always reap as much benefits as the not so regular bigger men, quote unquote. So I'm happy to see that something is happening in the industry to ensure that even a little man, a little farmer, a little ganja farmer in a Cynthia and a Manchester, they're also reaping the benefits from what is a multi-million-dollar sector.
Yeah, and what I'm hoping is that this is not just, hey, sign up here, pay this fee, now you're regularized, and then it kind of ends there. It's like, okay, what happens next? Is there support for that next level of production, that next level of distribution, that next level of education? Because it, like you rightfully said, it's so painful to see Jamaicans not benefit from Jamaican cannabis, Jamaican ganja. And it's something that can, I think, revolutionize our economy, but it has to be done in a way that it can have widespread impact, positive impact, and not just, as you say, the few who are able to invest.
Actually, I do remember doing a report after Melissa where we spoke to a few 2 ganja farmers down Sentiside.
Oh, yeah?
And they were basically telling us how much of their crop they've lost during the hurricane. So they too are rebuilding during this time. So again, just like with the persons who are in need of housing or houses, any little help them can get, they'll greatly appreciate it, I'm sure. So we're trying to do as much as we can. I'm sure the government is trying to make efforts to ensure that, or regular Jamaicans, quote unquote, can benefit from, like you mentioned, our Jamaican products?
Yeah, well, it starts by bringing the services to them. So we like to see it. Let's see what happens after the road tour and after the regularization and all the paperwork. Let's see what happens next. We're looking forward to great things and hoping for the best for everybody. All right.
Yes.
All right, so last up, Transport Authority intensifies action against taxi overcharging. Since the implementation of a 16% fare increase, more than 200 public passenger vehicles have been seized for operating contrary to their licenses or overcharging commuters. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz assured the public that all reports of overcharging would be investigated, a commitment reiterated by Transport Authority Operations Manager Nicola Brown-Reed. Through an undercover investigation, it was found that students were now being charged $250 on routes operated by the JUTC, where the student fare is usually $50.
What on earth?
Brown-Reed states that fines for overcharging go up to $100,000 in court, and if the Transport Authority continues to prosecute a driver for the same offense, their road license will either be revoked or suspended. She urges passengers that if they have found themselves being overcharged once they step from the vehicle, they must discreetly take a picture of or make a mental note of the registration plate and report it to authorities.
Take the driver them too thief.
Cheese and peas,
Someone
man.
too thief.
Cheese
Do
and
better.
peas, man.
Do better.
$250 for a $50 fare for the children? No, sir.
And remember, while you are also complaining and you're decrying the rising gas prices and the whole heap of parts where you have to change on your vehicle, your passengers too are struggling to find it financially. So while you are thinking or having those issues, think about the passengers. The little pitney them a go to school and probably them lunch money them I used to pay a fare. Because they're used to paying $50 and they're now paying $250. So where them could have buy a little juice to the $200, them now have to pay, give it to taxi man, because the taxi man want over on
Every day.
man. Do better.
Every day, Monday to Friday to go to school.
Wow.
Can you imagine? And I mean, $50, you wouldn't even say, all right, $80. All right, no, I'm going to take $100. No, I'm going to take $120, $250. That's crazy. So I'm really glad that something is being done and that people are empowered. Remember, if you do believe that you have been overcharged, remember the registration number, the license plate number, or take a discreet picture. People, nobody take a picture and say, I'm going to report you right. Please. No, say CVM says so. They said, be discreet. Learn or remember the license plate number or take a discrete photograph of it and report it, because the truth of the matter is we can't say these things are happening and we don't put things in place to collect the information and have the proof of said information. So we also have to play our part. But drivers, please, we understand things are tough. You also have your children, you have your bills, and you have your life that you need to pay for as well, and we understand that. But you know, it cannot be to the detriment of the children and society. You know what I mean? So let's do a little better. Can we? Please. May I beg you now? All right. So those are some of our Sunrise headlines this morning. Coming up after the break, exams may be over, but the recovery journey continues for many students impacted by Hurricane Melly. So don't go anywhere. Sunrise will be back to tell you more.
Standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30.
Win with KFC Big League. Join the league. Big league. Win a trip to Brazil. Oh, you mean? Yeah. Big deal, meal deal, big match. Big match. Just buy KFC and win that. From now until July 20th, 2026, buy a big deal or meal deal for a chance to win a trip for two to Brazil. Courtesy of KFC. That's $500,000 cash from Best Dressed Chicken. 11 weekly winners score free KFC for a year. 65-inch TVs, smartphones, and more. Just WhatsApp your receipt to 876-784-7811 to enter and win big in the KFC Big League. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament, with a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner, where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who were the best or worst players of the day, and have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
Hey, what I want?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What I want?
What a guan?
That I want, pa.
What a guan?
What I want?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
And that's a guan, pa. What a guan?
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers.
I just want to dance every time. I just want to dance.
You're dancing.
I just like it. Welcome back to Sunrise. Now, the effects of Hurricane Melissa may have passed, but for many students and families, the road to recovery is far from over. While some children have been able to return to a sense of normalcy, others are still working to catch up after losing precious learning time. The Jamaica Youth Advocate Network, or JAN, did I get that right? JAN has been making a real difference through their exam ready or hashtag exam ready post Melissa education intervention. They've been helping students prepare for exams, connecting them with tutors, and now they're turning their attention to making sure these young people have the school supplies they need to start the new academic year strong. Joining us this morning is Natalia Burton, Project Officer at the Jamaica Youth Advocacy Network, to tell us more. Natalia, good morning. Welcome to Sunrise.
Good morning. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, you're a morning person.
Yeah, man. You can see it. People didn't see this, but she was giving us a little bob as well. You see there? See there?
I absolutely love that. All right, so talk to us, Natalia. What have you been seeing or hearing on the ground in terms of students who haven't fully recovered after Hurricane Melissa?
Well, you know, it's a difficult thing to go through such a disaster that some for many has like uprooted their homes, and to be expected to snap back, perform well in exams, and pick up the pieces, continue business as usual. So I'm a lover of numbers. Whenever we do our initiatives, we do a pre and post survey. So around 60% of students didn't feel confident at all to sit their CSEC math exams. Exam confidence was low. Many persons accounted for learning loss, inadequate study time, just exam anxiety. So they were really going into exams feeling so behind. So I'm very glad that JN and UNESCO got to partner and actually go into St. Elizabeth and help them work on some of those challenges.
So, I mean, it's funny because when we were celebrating the results of exams, we were all saying, can you imagine that even in spite of this hurricane, the children all across the island, generally speaking, did really well. And so clearly, support like this and intervention like this has come in very handy and has been very helpful and impactful. But what about afterwards now? So, the exam is over. Yes, of course, you have more academics on the horizon, and people are still having issues. What is the extended plan for your intervention and for your project?
Right, so hashtag exam ready is not just about the headlines or the immediate after effects. So immediately afterwards, support was provided in terms of kind of compensating for that learning loss. But we are also doing a second component, which is a book and school supply drive, because it has to be sustainable and it has to be continuous, because this recovery is something that will take years. So imagine your roof was gone, you had to refurnish your entire home. That is like a lot of expenses on the family. So when it comes to simple things like books, uniforms, backpacks, these are things that create financial strain on families. And we even saw the headline where attendance at Magati was down. Magati High School was one of the benefiting high schools. So just, giving them all the resources so they're able to go to school without those pressures and worries, that is so important. So we are definitely calling on all Jamaicans, members of the diaspora, anyone who is just generous and willing to give, no matter how small. We are leading this donation drive to ensure that students can start the school term without those worries and that they have the tools and confidence to thrive.
Now, before we ask you more about the donation drive, this partnership with UNESCO, what exactly does it look like? What exactly is the Exam Ready initiative? Is it you guys going around to talk to students? You're giving them certain items? What exactly does it? Tell us more about that initiative.
Yes, so we went into schools and we did a crash course essentially. So we did a 2-day tutoring marathon where we went into schools. We identified their problem areas in various subjects. So whether it was IT, math, accounts, we identified their problem areas, worked on that, but we also did exam confidence tips. So just, being like, this is how you lock in and this is how you ensure that the nerves don't get the best of you. So we did that. They had the peer exchange with students from other schools to just find out that they're not isolated and other young persons have the same struggles and the same concerns. And UNESCO also is very big on education and AI. So in light of that learning loss, they were able to present to the children and equip them with some knowledge on how to use AI tools to kind of fill the gaps of learning loss. So we did a little bit of everything in just holistically building their confidence around exams and school.
And I don't know if I missed this. Did you focus in a specific area or is it all across the island?
We focused in St. Elizabeth.
In St. Elizabeth specifically?
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned, people being able to help, even if no matter how big, no matter how small. So you clearly have a donation drive. What does that cover? Do you need funds? Is it that we should send in books? Is it materials? How does that work and how can we get involved to help?
All right, so we have 2 benefiting high schools and 2 benefiting primary schools. Okay. So if I'm allowed to list them, it's St. Elizabeth Technical High School, Magati High School, Silo Primary School, and Mayfield Primary and Infant School. So if you have any textbooks sitting at home collecting dust, you're like, oh, maybe I'll need it in 2 years, but you know you haven't used it. Now is the time to give to students who actually need it. So if you have a child who has just wrapped up their school term, they're moving on to another grade, if you can donate those textbooks that have been ideally gently used, that would be a good place to start. So things that you already have. If you are thinking about stationery, a box of pencils, folder leaves, erasers, sharpeners, just any general thing that may seem small but students need to actually thrive at school. So we accept those donations in kind to our office, and we also have a website. So for those abroad or those who wish to donate via that method for us to buy things on their behalf, you can visit youthadvocateja.org/donate. And for members of the diaspora who want to just purchase their thing and like send it to us directly, we even have an Amazon link. So we've thought of all the angles.
Make it easy.
Yes,
you
yes.
make it easy. I love that. No, for real. For real.
It's a question. What's the response been like since you guys started this initiative from the students, the families? What's been their response?
Just overwhelming gratitude. And I just love working in the NGO space because you get to see how you directly impact the lives of others. So even just hearing persons, you know, initially it was just for the exams, but they're like, oh, you know, we haven't finished our IT SBA, or we haven't finished our bio syllabus. Our kind volunteers in the JN network, you know, worked with them, ensured they finished up their SBAs and they had all the knowledge they needed. So just having that gratitude after they've come out on the other side and they feel very like they've done so well, which they have, you know, that is just so heartwarming.
And you're on the ground, you get to work with them, you get to see them, you get to go into the spaces, into the schools, and as you say, see the parents. How are they doing? How are the students doing? How are the parents doing? Aside from gratitude, just generally, what's the feeling that you get from them?
A lot of them are stressed.
Yeah.
And just to see how a lot of young persons are carrying so much stress, they have no avenue, no one to talk to. It's really heavy. So just to know that we can actually go in through various initiatives, because we also do a lot of other work in nutrition, violence prevention. We're actually able to reason with students, give them tools to cope, connect them with other free resources. So, you know, there's a lot of stress, so much problems. Cyberbullying is a new issue that really affects students' well-being and how they show up to school and how comfortable they feel in the environment. So we've just been able to have those moments of discussion and kind of take some of that stress.
With all that in mind, given all these issues, the new issues, the old ones, there's only so much JAN and UNESCO can do. What other type of support or help do you see on the ground that our students need in St. Elizabeth?
Well, that's a good question. I definitely think, you know, psychosocial support is very big. So even though we have the free resources, so for example, UNICEF has You Matter, which is a free anonymous chat line young people can use. When we actually go into these spaces, they don't know these resources exist. So I think just ensuring that there is that awareness that helps connecting them to these services when they're needed. Obviously, violence is a continuous problem, so I think conflict resolution is something that needs to be integrated into the curriculum. It has to be preventative as opposed to reactive. So I think, you know, support in that means teaching kids emotional regulation, how to deal with conflict from a very young age should definitely be beneficial.
Natalia, you're doing such great work. For those of us who want to follow along, or as you said, we want to donate, where do we donate? Where do we go on social media to just see what's going on and help you out?
Right, so we're on all social media platforms at Youth Advocate JA. You can donate to our website at youthadvocatesja.org/donate. You can also drop off physical donations, so that's your textbooks and any other stationery, to our office that is in the Tri-7 Complex, Unit 8, 7 Ivy Green Crescent, Kingston 5.
Perfect.
We really, really appreciate the work that Jayan is doing, the help that UNESCO is providing, because our students at this time really, really, really need the help. So Natalia, thank you so much for the important work you and the entire Jamaica Youth Advocacy Network continue to do. And we wish you all the very best with the donation drive. And of course, congratulations on your upcoming graduation!
Natalia said, I can't wait.
Cannot wait.
All right, so after the break, the countdown to one of the biggest music events in the Caribbean is almost over. We talk Reggae Sumfest when we return. Now keep it locked. You're watching Sunrise on CVM. We'll be right back.
Awesome.
We're very excited to partner with UNESCO on this initiative, and of course we continue to support them in their recovery efforts. Of course, I also want to big up our tutors, many members of our Advocacy Council and our Youth Advocates Network, and teachers who are friends of Jayan, who came out and gave up their time, energy and brain to ensure that our students could prepare for their exams adequately.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like
every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home. Super happy, super healthy, Supermed.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who were the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
I am Candy Pang at
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That's a guan pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who are the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
I am Candy Pang at
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan pa.
Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
No.
The teacher.
See yourself. And stuff for life. Anyway.
Let me tell you this, me go through the real hardcore get only.
Anyway, hey, I need to get booked, you know. We need to get booked. We can do it. We can open up, I'm telling you. Welcome back, Sunrisers. Now, if you can already hear the bass, feel the energy and see the lights, then you know exactly what time it is. The countdown to Reggae Sumfest 2026 has started and the excitement is reaching fever pitch. This year, a taste of Reggae Sumfest takes over Plantation Cove in St. Anne on Saturday, July 18, promising an unforgettable celebration of music, culture, and entertainment like you've never seen before. Talk about highly anticipated Gaza Gully reunion featuring Vibes Cartel and Mavado. Joining us this morning is the CEO of Down Sound Entertainment, the man at the helm of Reggae Sumfest, Joe Bogdanovich. Joe, good morning. Welcome.
Top of the morning to you.
Good morning to you, ladies. You're up so early. Life is worth celebrating.
Hey, exactly.
Oh, so you are a morning person too?
I have to be, day and night. I'm good. I'm there. Yes.
All right, so talk to us, Sergio. What's the overall vision for Sumfest this year?
Well, the overall vision is to continue to grow, continue to love, continue to embrace the culture like never before, and compete with the best.
So what is the kind of atmosphere that you think we can expect from a Gully Gaza reunion? I mean, highly anticipated, clearly. What's the vibe that we're feeling?
Well, it's a celebration for sure. It's going to be a big party. Everybody's looking forward to it. There's going to be some guests that we are not planning on, but we'll be there for sure. And, you know, after that, it's just nothing but bliss and good music, good vibes, good friendship, great music. And I think that Movado is something that's going to give the ladies everything they want because he has that voice and he has those lyrics. And, of course, you know, the king of the dance hall. You can't... He's excellent, so we know that. Everybody loves them both, so I feel really good. I feel calm. I'm kicked back. With the team is in order. It's a big show. Traffic is a big deal. We've been looking at that very strongly, and we think we're going to make it a lot better. But I got an ace up my sleeve.
Ooh, we like aces.
Yeah, right up here.
Ooh.
Right here.
Okay.
And it's called the Toll Road. And that Toll Road has done something exceptional to support reggae and dancehall music and everything that we do as Jamaicans. And that is they're building 2 new entry points on the right side of the toll road so that it's expanded. And that'll be ready by the 17th of July, which is Friday. And that's just another move to be able to bring more to traffic, to control the traffic, and to get people to experience less resistance.
Yeah, that's very important because traffic is always a huge thing when it comes to events at Plantation Cove, you know. But outside of the headliners though, what other performers are going to be there and who you think you're most excited about and why?
See, the ladies, they rule, How are you going to excite me tonight, Joe?
Yes.
Queen Africa is going to be there. And I just think that she has such a dance hall kind of energy about her. And she's been around for a while and she's just fabulous. So.
She's a very powerful performer. Queen Africa, she is.
She's looking forward to it like you can't even imagine. And she's going to deliver. We have Asian will be there, and Jamal and Marcy Chin, Young Wild Apache. Harry Toddler will be there, of course. And there will be some surprise guests.
Hey, him said that nice and calm and comfortable. That's some big name Joe just dropped. I say, let me say that, and then him just drop name after name after name. But I am really looking forward to not just being at some fest, but also hearing some more from you. But before we hear more, we are going to break. We're going to come back. I'm going to give you the morning news, or maybe I'm not sure. We're going to talk about it, and then we're going to come right back to Sir Bogdanovich talking about Subfest 2026. Stay with us.
Okay.
No. The teacher. Anyway. 25. Could I drive out fresh in a MG ride with a staycation all inclusive flex? Yeah. I touch a million cash. Yes. Smart TV, PS5, and home upgrade.
Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel. Sign up for Switch to Postpaid or Digicel Plus. Buy a SIM. Top up with 5 bills or more. Buy a 7-day plan or higher. A smartphone deal or just pay your bill. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promotion period June 24 to September 5, 2026. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for terms and conditions.
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation. Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer.
Rule number 2, they should get rid of VAR.
No. Every decision should go to VAR.
Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. What about you? What rule would you want?
Magnum Tonic Wine proudly presents a taste of Sumfest 2026. On July 18, Plantation Cove will host a vibrant celebration of our culture, featuring performances by Vibes Cartel, Mavado, Jamal, Haitian, Queen Hyfrika, and special guest artists. Music by Ricky Platinum, Code Red, DJ Ashile, DJ Mac, Boom Boom, C-Note, and DJ Tom. Tickets are available for purchase at select Fontana stores and online at www.reggaesumfest.com. 18 years and older, responsibly.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. We begin with a CVM News follow-up. Opposition spokesman on education, Damian Crawford, is describing as flawed the Education Ministry's presentation of the statistics for the recent primary exit profile PEP results. As we hear in this report, the opposition spokesman says the PEP results presentation is a breach of trust and a manipulation of statistics.
I have an issue with a Ministry of Education that seeks to build a narrative more than a nation. And consistently, they have sought to sell lies and stories based on flawed statistical analysis.
And while for many these may be considered too harsh words, Damian Crawford is not backing down, nor is he being apologetic. For him, the Education Ministry's suggestions that there are improvements in this year's PEP results when compared to last year's is questionable.
It is a serious indictment because you'd have heard them trumpet on multiple occasions that we have opened all the schools. What they have not told us is that many of those schools are having the children come twice per week and in some cases 3 times per week. What they have not told us is that many of those schools are ending half of a day. And so therefore to just say that, we are reopened, it doesn't indicate the learning loss that we're facing and by extension does not capture the number of students that would need intervention despite the physical school being open. These are realities that have not been communicated by the ministry.
According to the opposition spokesman on education, a different examination was done in 2026 with at least 2 subjects and performance task portions of the remaining papers removed.
To then come to proclaim that this suggests that we are doing well and also that the high schools are receiving better quality and should by extension be expected to deliver more is a flawed assessment that one puts undue pressure and unfair pressure on the schools and 2 suggests that less needs to be done.
Crawford points out that he does not disagree that although the examination was in multiple choice format, that students can attain mastery. He was quick to say what he thinks this year's PEP results state.
First of all, it showed that the children were resilient, that they were able to show up for exams, that they were able to execute and to in many cases deliver upon the exams general requirements. It also shows, however, that there's quite a bit of our students who are still struggling in pathway 2 and pathway 3. And sometimes when we use the percentages, it seeks not to represent the fact that there are thousands that would be, for example, if 32% failed, it would have been almost 9,000 would have not been achieving basic proficiency. So because there is an inability to compare with previous years, we can't judge if the ministry's interventions are working. However, what it also continued to show is that we still have too many of our persons that are not doing well.
Marjorie Gordon, CVM News.
And a story now of the impact on a primary school located in an inner city community where the neighbors who ran afoul of the law are spending time while being rehabilitated. Carolyn Brown has that story.
I'm standing here at a pedestrian crossing. To that side is a section of the General Penitentiary. And over there, a school which has had its own fair share of ups and downs. And then further down, you're looking at the General Penitentiary. Now that's a section the school is ensuring that the students have no interest in. As you can see, the police, they're passing by. That's what they do here. They traverse this area because they're all about maintaining peace in this here community.
When Juliet Campbell-Bennett first put foot on this school compound in Southside, she was just a girl from St. Mary with no teaching skills looking for a break in the city. She landed at 6A Tower Street, close to high brick walls with barbed wires running along the top.
Tower Street Adult Correctional Facility. At one time, persons used to think here was also a part of the prison because there wasn't any gate at the front right there. There was just this brick wall. It was like a negative thing towards it. It was like a stigma. But then we started a relationship with the prison. So the superintendent and the commissioner decided that they would adopt the school. When you see the school is well painted, the inmates. So inmates, the superintendents, the commissioner, everyone contribute to this school and its development. So it's a positive thing. And they will come and speak to the children, well, don't do anything to go over there, and it's not a nice place. And they will say, me now want to go over there.
Her mindset also changed from a pre-trained teacher to a micrograduate. She became acting principal, then principal since 2018, determined St. Michael's will again be dubbed Southside University.
Some of the teachers that were here that I knew before said to me that, Miss, you're not going to stay long here. The children here are very dangerous and you can't manage them. Can't. Say, okay, and 33 years later, I am here.
Meanwhile, with 13 staff members and registration figures inching back to the 300 pre-COVID school population numbers, literacy and numeracy standards are also impressively trending upwards from 9 to 70%.
To date, when we take in children that persons at other schools refuse to take in because they are considered slow, because originally they said this is the slow school. We know that we have to help them. Who else will if we don't, you know? So when a boy comes in at grade 4, can't even pronounce cat, know that C says k, A says a. At grade 2, and at grade 4, he's able to pass his grade 4 literacy. And at grade 6, he get a scholarship just to see the children advancing. I love the challenge, you know. So send them, man, send them.
She says ensuring students from the hidden school in central Kingston compete on platforms familiar and novel to them, the trophies as well as the certificates are bragging rights, even for the children in the special unit.
They are still operating on the School of Hope, but they have a classroom here, and our children work close with them. They do not segregate or think that they are special so they can't play with them. And that is the whole idea, to get them know that they are special too, and they are human beings created by the same God. So as they grow older, they will know how to relate to them when they go out in public. Persons were saying, boy, the government will move the school from beside the prison. It can't move again.
Carolyn Brown reporting for CVM News.
Over to sports now. West Indies were beaten by New Zealand in the second match of their 5-match ODI series against New Zealand at Providence Stadium in Guyana. The Windies batters failed to cope with the spin of New Zealand and were bundled out for just 138 off 36 overs, batting first. Jaden Lennox was the star with the ball for New Zealand, taking 5 for 19 off just 8 overs. The other 4 wickets taken also went to spinners, as Mitchell Santner took 2 for 21 off 7 overs and Michael Bracewell 2 for 51 from 9. Jamaican Stephanie Taylor says she was not hell-bent on getting her century in the second ODI versus Ireland women, as the Caribbean women took an unassailable 2-0 lead in the 3-match series on Sunday. Taylor got an even unbeaten 100 off 105 balls to help the Windies women to the 6-wicket victory. It was the 9th century of her ODI career, but with 11 runs needed for victory, the 35-year-old needed 10 runs for her century. She says her only thoughts were on getting the win for the team, but her teammates encouraged her to go for the milestone. It was Taylor's 2nd century in 4 months, as she also scored a ton against Australia in March.
Well, for me, with 11 runs and I needed 10, I said to Minnie, I don't care about 100. I just don't want to train tomorrow. I need a break from training. So as long as we get over the line, it means that we're not going to train. But she said to me, no, you have to get your 100. I said, all right, I'm going to try. And then I hear like, you know, the players in the dugout, they were cheering and they were like, you know, pretty much like backing me to, you know, have a go. And I said, all right, I'm just going to have a go. If it comes off, it comes off. And yeah, it did. I think this one is a bit special because my highest score against Ireland would have been about 90. And we winning the game put the icing on the cake. So that was really good. You know, Australia, we didn't win the game, so that was probably the downside of things. But I mean, it's always nice to get 100 against, I guess, any team. But a team like Australia is always special as well. I think for me, going out there is just to, you know, support Hayley. I know for her, she had a rough in the World Cup. Yeah, that's behind us. So it's really nice that, you know, she's actually getting some runs and, you know, getting back into form. And yeah, we look forward to more runs and batting together.
And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise comes back to you after this.
Before the first patty is made, there are hands that raise it, hands that grow it, hands that move it, hands that bake it, and hands that serve it. For Jamaica, by Jamaica. Through challenges and changing seasons, they stood strong. They built with us. They believed. To every farmer, every team member, every partner, thank you.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Bring back the fun of shopping. Discover the best finds in every aisle of amazing items. For your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, or any room, Azan Supercenter has that perfect touch to elevate your space to the next level. Our team is ready to help you find what you are looking for you or someone else. So stop by our Crossroads store today and rediscover the fun of shopping.
Azan Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation.
Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer. Rule number 2, they should get rid of VAR.
No. Every decision should go to VAR.
Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. What about you? What rule would you want?
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament, with a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner, where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who are the best or worst players of the day, and have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Living many a times, me sit down and me reminiscing. Me love me daddy body, if him gone, me woulda miss him. The little well dirt for was always for the giving. Me and me four sister, me brother and me mother. We never have nothing, just love for one another. Pants and shirt me used to share with me brother. 6 are in a one bedroom with one cover. And we are
kind of feeling kind of seeing a little vibe happening here, you know.
Welcome back to Sunrise. So before the headlines, we're talking about the Gaza Gully reunion, which will take place at this year's Reggae Sumfest. That's Reggae Sumfest 2026. And we've been speaking to CEO of Downtown Entertainment, the man of the helm of Reggae Sumfest, Joe Bogdanovich. Welcome back, Sir Joe.
Well, I feel welcome, and I think that on Saturday night, July 18th,
yes,
we're going to have a ball.
I know that we will, but Joe, let me ask for the people who are overseas, who are out of town, who see it and love the vibe and want to come, but they can't. Is there an option for those persons to participate somehow with a live streaming or some kind of arrangement? Talk to me.
We'll tell them to call Elon Musk. He'll tell you. You know. But for us earthly beings, we do have a live stream, and it'll go on, I think, around 9 o'clock Jamaican time, and it'll be streamed all over the world, of course, and it'll be fabulous.
I love that.
You can buy tickets at Reggae Sumfest to buy the stream. To get the stream.
Okay, nice. So we understand that this year marks a milestone for Downtown Entertainment. That's 10 years since you guys have been doing Reggae Sumfest. What does that feel like?
Well, it makes me feel young. 10 years is a milestone, and for this festival that's celebrating its 34th year. It's just a privilege to be able to, produce a massive concert that supports the authenticity of this country, and to be able to, Jamaicans are so extraordinary, and their music played all over the world, and it's fabulous.
I like that, and I want to find out from you, for those persons, maybe they're a little on the fence. They're like, should I come, should I not come, me not sure, Joe, tell me, why should that person step over the edge and say, yes, I'm coming to Reggae Sumfest 2026?
Well, we're celebrating reggae and dancehall music, and it's going to be epic. We have two giants on the show that haven't played in over a decade, and now they're older. They have families. They've more matured, and this is not about anything to do with violence. This is about celebrating the music itself that's loved all over the world. So be there, because this one is going to be just a whole other look and feel. It's massive. It's Eco City is being, oh boy, I just can't stop telling you how many good things you're going to see. You can breeze out when it gets too crowded for you. The sea is beautiful. The wind is nice to cool you off a little bit. There's 7 different food areas there that's all different. Bars are all over the place, so you have to have your
little sippy sip, little drinky drink.
What's in your cup stays in your cup. In your cup stays in your cup, right?
Oh,
Vibes rum,
Okay. If it's there, it's there, right? So Joe, let me get this straight. So we're talking about a great venue, great ambiance, great energy, great vibe, great people. We have great performers, great headliners.
And it's going to be safe. For sure.
It's going to be safe. You're talking to us, you were talking to us earlier about some transportation things that are going to make things flow a little smoother. I don't say, join us, we need about 20 tickets drop off at CVM so we can show the people,
You want some tickets?
Yes! I mean, if you insist. If you insist, Sir B.
Davina, you have to bring these tickets. Let's go. Come on, girl.
Yeah. Closed mouth. Don't get fed. Come, Davina.
Which ones are those?
Free tickets.
Hey. Thank you. Amor, you see like how you do the news now? You're going to be busy.
Yeah.
So let me just take these from you. Let me take these off your hands, man. No, man. No, man. Let me take these off of your hands.
We could have drive out. We see like a plantation cove Saturday, no?
So for those people where can people who have not been handed these 2 tickets
well, they go to,
for themselves, where do we get tickets
you get
for the event?
Online. You get them online. That's the fastest way to get them. And you have to get parking, by the way. To get into the venue, you have to have a ticket.
Got you.
A show ticket.
Okay.
But if you want to park your car, you have to pay for that. It's paid parking.
Okay.
There's Medallion, which is the one right up close, and the car clubs and all those fancy cars will stay up there. But you don't have to only have a fancy car if you're somebody you want to impress, your girlfriend, and you want to make sure that there's nothing left out. So you can park up there for $200 US, and they are selling. Then you have the gold parking, which is maybe 4,000 of them, and maybe another 5,000 of the silver, which is closer to the highway.
Got you.
I mean, we got it covered.
Awesome.
And also these, the tour buses, the buses, which is the JUTC bus, the
Knutsford buses.
The Knutsford Express will be there. And maybe there'll be 50 of those each. There'll be coming 52 people. They're advertising. There's a lot of support for this thing. So to answer your question, if you're not at Reggae Sumfest, at the Taste of Sumfest, you're nobody.
Just tell them. So if you're not there, you're not saying nothing.
Not saying nothing.
You're not saying nothing.
There's Sumfest.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Say it again. Let me hear you.
Don't say nothing.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it.
Don't worry.
We'll work on it.
We spoke about cars earlier. For those of you who think it would be better to carpool with your friend or your family, carpool, especially if you don't know, so now go drink a little rain and nephew. Drink responsibly. Carpool, all right? Because if you're not there some fest Saturday, you're not saying nothing. Especially you hear Sir Joe say, you're not saying nothing. Okay.
So where can we get the information? Is there an Instagram page or a website? Where do we say again?
ReggaeSumfest.com.
ReggaeSumfest.com for all the information, the ticketing information, all the parking information, everything that we need is right there. ReggaeSumfest.com. Joe Bogdanovich, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming, bearing gifts for me. It's lovely.
Christmas
when
in
they
July.
bear gifts for me. You know what I'm saying? Because, you love this for me. Thank you so much.
Well, that's Christmas in July.
There you go. I'll report live on your behalf from Reggae Sumfest 2026, TK Dawkins.
Our guest this morning has been the mastermind behind the iconic Reggae Sumfest, Joe Bogdanovich, who's CEO of Downtown Entertainment and Reggae Sumfest. Now, TK, we have lots more coming up on the other side of this break. So if you want to see Wagwan, what else we have in store for you, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Oh, it's so warm in here.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers.
Quartz presents their 2026 All Range event. Be inspired at all Quartz stores nationwide. Come see what's new in everyday furniture and appliances. Up to $43,000 off major appliances. Up to 30% off furniture. Smart TVs starting at just $24,999. Be inspired at the Quartz 2026 All Range event. Affordable convenience for your home. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Offer ends July 31st, 2026. Conditions apply.
Did she just A, win the lotto, B, get a low light bill, or C, get news that she can't wait to tell? It's C, because when you refer your friends or family to JN Bank for a mortgage, you could get up to $100,000 cash, even if you don't have a mortgage with us. If your referrals get approved and moves from house hunting to home owning, you get rewarded. So go ahead, tell a friend and earn from it. Visit jnbank.com to learn more about JN's Tell a Friend Mortgage Rewards. JN Bank will help you find a way.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, what's up, one?
Hi, I am Candy Pang at
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan.
Watagwan. Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who were the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, what's up, one?
Hi, I am Candy Pang at
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan.
Watagwan. Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Employers, your hard contribution builds a stronger workforce and strengthens the economy. It's not just contribution, it's transformation. The time by heart is
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Good morning, young builders. Good morning, innovators. Good morning, future engineers of the Caribbean. My name is Juan Pablo Shadid, and I am the Vice President of Latin America and the Caribbean region at Brightstar. And today, I'm one of the proudest people in this region, because today we launch Brightstar's 6th annual Coding and Robotic Rocks Camp. 6 years, 6 summers, 6 cohort of young Caribbean people who look at the technology and said, I can do this. I belong here. When we started this camp in 2021, we had a belief that Caribbean youth, given the right tools, at the right support, will do extraordinary things. Year after year, you have proven us right. This year, we're asking more of you than we ever have. The theme of the 6th annual Coding and Robotic Rock Camp is Build the Future, Break the Mold, Engineer the Caribbean of Tomorrow.
Welcome back to Sunrise. Now, summer isn't just about taking a break. It's also the perfect time to discover new talents, learn new skills, and explore new possibilities. Now, as the world continues to embrace technology, it's never too early to introduce young people to coding, robotics, and even AI. We're talking a lot about AI. So joining us this morning are Debbie Green, who's the General Manager of Brightstar Lottery Jamaica, as well as Luke Buchanan, who's the Executive Director of the Mona Geoinformatics Institute, and Ryan Cooper, who's Head Camp Tutor and Software Developer at the Mona Geoinformatics Institute. And they're here to tell us about their highly anticipated camp. Good morning to the three of you. Welcome to Sunrise.
Good morning. All right. You don't have to sit with me. We're going to jump into the summer camp and all the offerings and meet this little guy and all the things. But the Mona Geoinformatics Institute, what do you do? What is that?
Right, so morning again, viewers. My name is Luke Buchanan. I'm the Executive Director of the Mona Geoinformatics Institute. We're at Universal West Indies. So we're owned by the Universal West Indies.
Okay.
We operate as a private company. We do technology, we do geospatial technologies. We do training programs, robotics, we do drone programs, we make maps, all of those technology, cool stuff. That is what we do.
Geospatial technology means like things for maps?
Yes, anything location.
Break it down for you.
Yes, so geo means location, right? So anything location. People like Google, they have brought geospatial technologies to the masses. So we're trying to fill that gap in Jamaica and be that representative for geospatial technologies.
Okay. All right, so tell us a little bit about the Coding and Robotics Rock Camp. What exactly is it and what exactly has kept it operating over all these years, Miss Green?
Hi, nice to be here. Summer vibes.
Yes.
Right, so the Coding and Robotics Rock Camp is essentially coming out of our flagship initiative, the After School Advantage program, where Brightstar Lottery develops digital learning centers across the island, and we expose children to STEAM learning opportunities. The camp is born out of that initiative. It is our 6th consecutive year. This year, as you would have heard in the previous message, we are stepping things up, leaping into AI. Previously, we would have looked at coding and robotics. This year, we're taking the children to an advanced level with AI. They'll be doing machine learning, etc. And we're going to talk.
Ryan, I'm sure this is something that's very new to some people. So what can one expect from the camp? What's it like? Is it like hands-on? Is more booksy? Is you go on field trip? Like, how does it work?
Alright, so the camp is held across a couple Caribbean countries, so it's purely online, but they do get the robot to build at their centers. So it's comprised of 2 levels. You have level 1, which are the first students. They just come in, they're getting used to the camp. And then you have level 2, which are students who were either there last year or older students who we think they can handle the advanced topics. So level 1 works on web development, but we teach them HTML and CSS and a bit of JavaScript so they can get used to it. And then at the end, they actually build their own website so they can showcase it at the end of the camp. And then level 2 now, they get into the exciting stuff. So they do artificial intelligence, and they get to work on this robot. The robot is Mini, and they also work on a virtual robot on a platform called VexCode VR. So in the artificial intelligence component, they actually get to create an AI model using something called Google Teachable Machines. And then with this robot here, Robotis Mini, they get to first have to build it, so they don't get it assembled like this. They actually have to put together the servos and the rivets, and it's very complex. So they get to do that. They did it last year. They had a lot of fun. They choreographed some moves and so forth. So they really enjoy it.
So we see where this year's theme is Build the Future, Break the Mold, Engineering the Caribbean of Tomorrow. Sir Luke, what exactly does this theme mean, and how exactly will students bring this theme to life?
All right, excellent question. I am of the view that education is one of those tools that we can use to level the playing field globally. We talk about coding and robotics. All you really need is the internet and computer, right? Which is the same that you need in a first world country. For other areas, the entrance to those industries is much steeper. But with coding and robotics, we think that it is one tool, and we like to commend Bright Star for their commitment for the last 6 years, almost a decade now. So we think that coding and robotics and our affiliation with the University of West Indies, we have that talent pool that is coming that can help us tutors to tutor the next generation.
Nice.
So it's also about just having our students recognize that they can actively take part in the digital economy. They can see themselves as coders, as developers, as engineers. So when we say to them, build the future, break the mold, we're asking them to challenge themselves to think about infrastructural situations that they find in their communities, in their parishes, in the Caribbean, and figure out solutions to those problems, whether it's healthcare, it's education, or energy grid, the transportation sector, wherever there are pain points. What can you do with technology to find solutions for those, so you can reimagine what the Caribbean could look like in the future?
Look, let me ask this. Everybody wants their child to have an advantage, you know, or their guardian. How does a summer school like this and a program like this practically prepare, for example, the students who go through it for the future, or for employment in the future, or, you know, things like that?
Yeah. So it's a very hands-on program. It's a program that's going to teach them life skills, not just for tech, but for any career, for life in general. So when you think about what coding brings to the table, it's a lot of problem solving. AI now is going to really stimulate those analytical skills. They're going to be looking at data sets, you know, figuring out trends, etc. So we're providing them with we're not just giving them access to technology, we're providing them with a set of comprehensive skills that they can use throughout their lives and follow the theme of building the future, because technology can open doors for them that they never knew were possible. So it's like a platform, it's a foundation for the future for them and for what they can do with the future through technology.
So Ryan, your head camp tutor, what exactly would a typical day at camp look like? What are the type of projects that our students will be working on?
All right, so I actually supervise the tutors. So there's a lead tutor and there are other tutors. There's one responsible for web development, there's one responsible for robotics, and there's one responsible for AI. So during the level 1, we usually have like a lecture session, so they go through the content, kind of understand what's going on with like web development. They learn the HTML, for example. They learn HTML in one lecture, and then we have a tutorial session where we go through and try to explain to them the concepts that were learned in the lecture, and then get them to actually practice it. And then after that, we have the project that they begin to work on across a couple days, and then by the end of it, they have the result. For the AI and the robotics part, of course, the robotics mini, very important to that section. They're going to be spending a lot of time building it, trust me, and then to like put it together and get it to work. It's going to be a lot. So just that alone is going to be a lot. But then the AI part, I think they're really going to like the AI part, because with Google Teachable Machines, you can either create a model to understand sound, create a model to identify objects, or create a model to identify a specific pose. we like to work with them with images. So like maybe a data set of water bottles, they turn on their camera, they put a water bottle in front of their webcam, and then see if the model can actually pick up, is this a water bottle or is this model crazy? So it's really interactive, and they're going to
this sounds really cool. This sounds really cool. It sounds really interesting and very useful for the future. But Debbie, I am seeing a little note on my paper, and I don't know if it's real, but I am reading that this initiative is offered free of cost.
Yes.
Is that right?
It is, absolutely.
How, first of all, how? And second of all, why is that important?
So it's free of cost to the students who are at our centers, our after-school advantage digital learning centers. It's not free, unfortunately, to the wider community. So it's Bright Star's commitment to sustainable development for wherever we do business. So we make the commitment. We provide the investment to set up the digital learning centers and provide these additional educational opportunities for the students of those centers. So they only turn up and have fun in camp when they meet robotists and people like Brian, the tutors from MGI, who really make it special. It's important because our objective with the After School Advantage program is to, you have that cliche statement, bridge that digital divide. It's still very real for Jamaica, it's still very real for the Caribbean, and that's our continuous focus, that's our commitment. That takes time. We've invested the time, we continue to make the investments that are necessary for the centers to deliver to the students what they need in terms of tech education and potentially move into a tech career in the future. So it helps us to drive home that strategy of just, we say very loosely, giving back, but it's really making sure that we're a part of community development. Bright Star is very, very much focused on that as a lottery provider.
Nice. So Mr. Buchanan, there might be some students who they're curious about technology, but they don't necessarily have the coding experience. What advice would you give to their parents?
Right, I would say to the parents, get them involved, get them a computer, make sure you have internet connectivity. There's a lot on the internet as well. It's not all about fun and games. There are a lot of YouTube videos that kids can watch. One of the important areas that kids can start to explore while they're very young, so they can start to set that foundation so that they can know what they want to do as they grow older.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that there are viewers who are like, I need more information. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm hearing. How can people get more information on the program? Any other programs that are offered, whether by Bright Star or by, the Mona Geoinformatics Department?
Right. At the Mona Geoinformatics, we have education focused program. Of course, a lot of that was spurred by our working with Bright Star. So we have our digital literacy program. So we have worked with people like SOS Children's Villages, for example, because they're doing great work. So simple things like developing an email address. You don't want somebody to be applying for a job with an email address called badboy876. You want a proper email address. So digital online safety, those kind of things. Of course, we have our drone training program. We have a lot of programs, but our focus for these 2 weeks will be on coding and robotics with Bright Star.
For the After School Advantage program, it's really focused on the students there, but we do have 14 centers island-wide, so we do reach quite a few students from ages 4 to 18. For the camp, they have to be 11 and up, but we span a wider range in the digital learning centers itself. So through those centers, though, they are exposed to a lot of technology education. We have a lot of outreach programs where the children go to see drones in action outside. We do activities with places like the Scientific Research Council that exposes them to several aspects of tech. So our focus is on the centers, but the opportunities for education in technology is wide because of the range of activities that we do.
Right, and since last year, actually started with Bright Star, a drone training program at one of their centers in Trenchtown.
Yes, they're a part of the camp this year as well. Yeah.
Right, so what we do, we go to Trenchtown for the first day, and for the second day, they come to the University of the West Indies just to experience the drone demonstration. And they actually get to fly the drones and things like that.
Oh, exciting. TK, we've got to
You want to come to camp, right?
I want to come to camp, and then you tell me 11 years old. Well,
we'll make a special concession.
Up includes people like me who are 21.
Exactly.
I didn't think you were past 16. So I think you're but feel free to come and view camp. It is something to see. I mean, it's good for us when students give feedback and the center supervisors give feedback.
Yeah.
You have students that said, I know I did well in my IT6 CSET because of the exposure to camp. We have one young lady who decided after camp that she was going into medical technology. Wow. Another one just said, I think yesterday, that this is going to help me with my IT project, right, this year. So, the center supervisors tell you about the level of energy and excitement that they bring back to the centers when camp is over, and it stimulates the rest of the students. So, many possibilities through camp. It's an incredible camp.
Yes, I'd also like to make a point in terms of the curriculum that we develop. It's very, very important. So we actually have a professional reviewer from the St. Augustine campus who's trained in education. And she has been on board, so she reviews the course to make sure that it is at a proper academic standard. It's at the proper standards for it's age appropriate. We also have professors at the University of West Indies, but not only professors, we also test the material among youngsters, among trained coders. So the curriculum is very, very solid.
I love this.
That's the Coding and Robotics Rock Camp. So just remind me, is there any space or anything? Can people still be a part of it, send their kids to be a part of it, or is it completely booked up?
Yeah, we're booked now.
You're
So
booked now.
it kicked off yesterday. We had an opening ceremony yesterday. It's going on for 2 weeks, so it ends on the 24th.
Love
so
that. Hopefully, maybe they can come on and show us, something that they learn and ting here. You know what I mean? We'll talk.
The robot in action?
We can see the robot in action.
Oh,
that's why he's here.
Oh, don't do that. Yes. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Wow! Okay.
And that's coding that the children will do to make that happen.
Wow.
So they have to basically
they have to build this from scratch. Many little hundreds of pieces.
Wow.
They have to build it from scratch and code it to
jiggy, 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 jiggy,
Oh, this is lovely.
And I can imagine every movement is a code that they have to learn how to do. Hey. Okay, sir.
That's also
that
possible.
That means that it happens to me too. It's the knees. It's the knees. It happens to me as well. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Yes.
I love that. It was really good hearing about this, and I'm looking forward to seeing the fruits of some of these students. It really is doing excellent work, and we really hope that you grow from strength to strength year after year. Thank you so much. All right, so when we come back, the gloves are off, the bragging rights are on the line, and it's time for another high energy edition of Sunrise for Russians. You don't want to miss the fun. We'll be right back after the break. We're going to jiggy jiggy like the robot till you come back. Ready? Give me a jiggy, 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 jiggy. Hey. 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 Hey.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection.
This is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is 7:45.
Win with KFC Big League. Join the league. Big league. Win a trip to Brazil. Oh, you mean? Yeah. Big deal, meal deal, big match. Big match. Just buy KFC and win that. From now until July 20th, 2026, buy a big deal or meal deal for a chance to win a trip for two to Brazil. Courtesy of KFC. That's $500,000 cash from Best Dressed Chicken. 11 weekly winners score free KFC for a year. 65-inch TVs, smartphones, and more. Just WhatsApp your receipt to 876-784-7811 to enter and win big in the KFC Big League. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting Gaming and Lotteries.
Turn up to 25. Turn up to 25. Could I drive out fresh in a MG ride with a staycation all inclusive flex? Yeah. Hard to jam in the cash. Yes. Smart TV, PS5. And home upgrade
Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel. Sign up or switch to postpaid or Digicel Plus. Buy a SIM. Top up with 5 bills or more. Buy a 7-day plan or higher. A smartphone deal or just pay your bill. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promotion period June 24 to September 5, 2026. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for terms and conditions.
Magnum Tonic Wine proudly presents A Taste of Sumfest 2026 on July 18th at Plantation Cove.
We are offering several transportation options for your convenience. On-site pre-sold parking passes are exclusively available for purchase at www.reggaesumfest.com.
Alternatively, you may utilize our park and ride service from one of our designated locations. Transportation services are provided by our partners, Knutsford Express and JUTC.
Service to Plantation Cove is available from Kingston, Portmore, Spanish Town, Mandeville, and Montego Bay at specially discounted rates. 18 years and older, drink responsibly.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who were the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
Hey, what I want?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan, pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
And that's a guan, pa. What a guan?
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, welcome back, Sunrise Nation. If you're just joining us, thank you so much for starting your morning with us. And from you hear that beat, you know what time it is. It's time for the most exciting game show on morning television. I'm pretty sure it's also the only morning game show on morning television. Anyway, it's Sunrise Freshers. Today it's extra special. We're keeping it in the family. Joining us this morning are two of our very own CVM Sunrise interns. Yay! Thought they were just coming to do some work and learn some things. No, you'll come on TV and do a competition, and we love that for you. So we have Ashley and Tanya. Ladies, are you ready? You know how this works. I ask the question, first to press the buzzer, I'll say who it is, and then you give it an eye. Why are you hyperventilating over here? We're having fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
All right. There are only a couple million people watching. Don't worry about it. All right, ready? Who was Jamaica's first prime minister before independence? Let me say you, because you started.
Norman Manley.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
What year? That's 1 point. Okay. What year was the Morant Bay Rebellion? Yes.
1865.
1865. You know, smarty. Okay. Which national hero is known for advocating Black pride and Pan-Africanism?
Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey is correct. Good looking out. Good looking out. All right. Which agreement granted Jamaica internal self-government in 1959?
Oh dear. Oh my goodness.
All right, time is up. Don't worry, because I too did not know this answer. It's the Constitution Order in Council. Okay, all right? We learned something today. What's the name of Jamaica's Parliament building? Yes?
Wait.
Eh?
Garden.
Warm to him.
Garden.
About him.
Stone.
What?
Garden.
Garden told She said garden apartment.
Garden house.
Garden house is correct. You got half a point, but it's still wrong. You got that correct. All right, let's go. We're going now into geography. Okay. What body of water lies north of Jamaica?
Area.
North of Jamaica? Who?
Caribbean Sea.
The Caribbean Sea. Look at you. All right. So, which town is known as the City of Springs?
Oh crap! Why did I? Ocherios. Don't you say Ocherios?
It have Ocherios here, but a City of Springs is not. Ocherios is not it. You know what? You're correct. And the judges put Ocherios, so I'm going to give it to you.
Right.
All right. What's the name of Jamaica's highest waterfall?
YS Falls.
YS Falls. How which school you go? No, sir. Which part? No, for real. Which school you go? Which parish contains the town of Port Maria?
St. Mary.
St. Mary is right. What's the name of the airport located in Montego Bay?
Sangster's International Airport.
Sangster's International Airport it is, although it's Sangster. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Culture and arts. Which Jamaican poet is known for the poem If We Must Die?
Claude McKay. Oh, period.
What the kids doing these days? Clock it. I'm impressed. That is impressive. You know what I feel like? Although the interns have put together these cards, you know. So now me are pre them, you know. I am pre them. All right, hold on. Let's focus. What annual festival celebrates Jamaica's independence?
Independence Celebration Festival.
Okay, that is it. Independence celebrations. That is correct.
Yep.
All right. The first person who goes right here, right in front of this desk, and does Nolinga.
Oh, crowded.
Nolinga. Oh, me not done with it. To them to do the Nolinga. Nolinga. Okay. 10 points for that one day. That one I get 10 points. Good job. Is she dancing? All right, let's go. What Jamaican folk character is known for trickery and wit? Yes,
Anansi.
That is correct. What's the traditional Jamaican dessert made with coconut flour and ginger?
Gizzarda.
Gizzarda is correct. Let's go to sports real quick. How many World Cup quarterfinals matches were played on Saturday, July 11th? Okay,
Two.
Okay, footballer. All right. In which year did Jamaica qualify for its first FIFA World Cup? Oh, they never born yet. What?
19. 98.
Ooh, 1998. I don't even know if we have the scores. I don't know who wins. It feels like we're a tie.
Really?
Although I'm not going to tell you no lie. The dance kind of put it over the
Yeah,
edge.
that's what I'm thinking.
Who is the 10? They're saying it's 10-7. And
10 to 7.
Sonia gets 10. No, so? Producer? Yeah! Good job. You get
It's okay, we're all winners here.
That's all the time that we have. What a battle. You both brought the energy this morning. I'm going to call on Amoy for come Nolinga for all our way before we even get going, because you know you have to do that Nolinga something there. Of course, remember that if you missed anything, you can catch it right on. Me not even get. Hey. All right, I'll just do this real quick because clearly she's over us. Remember that you can catch up all the things that you missed on CVM's YouTube channel at CVM TV. We will be here tomorrow and the mañana at 6 o'clock. All right, Nolinga, them done with me talking. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a blessed day. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other, and we'll see you bright and early in the morning for another edition of Sunrise. Nolinga, go on now. Me want to see you especially. You know, hey.
Hawkeye, securing what matters most. The time by Hawkeye is 8 a.m.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan?
What a guan? What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.